Alexander the Great spent more than a decade conquering everything in his path, from Greece to Persia, from Egypt to the edge of India. By the age of just 32, he ruled the largest empire the world had ever seen. But after years of non-stop marching, harsh climates, and endless battles, even Alexander began to feel the weight of his journey. In 323 BCE, he returned to Babylon, the place he planned to turn into the capital of a new world empire. He dreamed of expanding further into Arabia, building a massive trade network, and uniting cultures under one rule. But while his mind was filled with plans, his body was reaching its limit. During a long banquet and heavy drinking, Alexander suddenly became sick. Over the next few days, his fever grew worse. His strength faded. He lost his voice, and soon he could barely lift his own head. Doctors and generals surrounded him, but no one could stop the rapid decline. Even today, people still argue about what caused his death: malaria, typhoid fever, poison, or simply the exhaustion of a life lived at full speed. As he lay dying, his generals asked him who should take over his empire. His reply became one of the most famous lines in history: "To the strongest." And with those words, the empire he built began to fall apart. On June 10th or 11th, 323 BCE, Alexander the Great died in the palace of Nebuchadnezzar II in ancient Babylon. He was only 32 years old, but the story didn't end there. His body was placed in a magnificent golden coffin and sent west, but it never reached Macedonia. His generals intercepted the procession and diverted it to Egypt, where Alexander was placed in a tomb in Alexandria. Over time, earthquakes, wars, and centuries of change buried every trace of it. To this day, no one knows where Alexander the Great is buried. The man who conquered the world left behind one final mystery: his own resting place.